Docker inspect. So imagine whatever I'm doing when I do a Docker PS, I'm getting very limited information about the container. I don't get a very detailed information about the container. So if I want to know what is the port number mapping, is there any volume mapping done for this? Okay, what is the status? So those kind of information you can get from the Docker inspect. So the command is Docker inspect the container ID or the container name. You will get a very detailed information in a JSON format. So you can see it is the container ID, when it is created, okay, what is the arguments for it, what is the state of it, okay, when it is started. If it is a stopped container, you can see when it is finished, okay, is there any errors, what is the image it is using, where exactly it is storing the data, what is the log file, right? And is there any mounting available? Okay, is the mounting binds are happening? What is the port mapping, port binding? And there is something called a restart policy in container in Docker. That means while we bring up the container itself, we can say if the container goes down, automatically bring up the container again. Docker daemon will do that for you. Okay, so that is what the restart policy. You'll see that example. Okay, and what is the volume driver? Okay, and if I want to talk about the CPU shares memory, so if I limited any of the CPU shares and memory, I'll be able to see that area here. Okay, so like that, I'll be also able to restrict the block network input output, all those things I'll be able to block it. So this is the thing. And what is the volume? So this is the volume it is getting attached to it. What is the mode, read write mode? Okay, and I can talk about what are the ports the container is listening. Okay, and what is the entry point for this container? What is a CMD? It doesn't have a CMD, it has having only the entry point. We'll talk about the and network settings. So whenever you install a Docker, there will be a default internal network will be brought up, and inside the internal network there will be a specific IP allocated for the container. So those kind of information we'll talk in detail in the Docker networking. So these are all the information you can see in the inspect. Okay, and this inspect you can do it on all the resources of the Docker. Like I can also inspect the image. Let's say if I want to inspect my Apache image, I can do that. So this will provide detailed information about my Apache image. You can see Docker inspect Apache. So there we can see what is the expose port, what is the environment variables. Okay, so what are all the layers available in it, and like that you can also inspect the volumes also. Docker, the command is Docker volume inspect Jenkins. So this way you can get a detailed information about all the resources. Even in the network, you can get a detailed information. All those things you can do it.